Hello, are you looking to beat Kacky Reloaded 423? Well, look no further than this tutorial. I've beaten the map 143 times so far, and I also have the world record on it. And I'm going to give you some tips and tricks on how to beat the map, given the most consistent methods and perhaps some of the faster methods too. And yeah, let's just jump right into it. So you may be thinking, let's just copy the world record. Let's have a watch of it, shall we? So this is the world record that I've set. It uses some very fast strategies, but not necessarily the easiest strategies. The start is the same as the most consistent methods, but doing this trick on the wall ride is very difficult. But this is what saves the most time. This is why me and Social are significantly faster than Scully in third place. Let's give you some advice on what to do, and I'll run you through it very briefly. So to start with, we're going to go down this hill. We don't want to be too wide, we don't want to be too tight either. Too little of an angle on the inside will mean that you don't rotate enough. Too far on the right will mean you rotate too much. We need to get the perfect angle so we rotate just enough. So you can, what I do is I angle my car towards the reset a little bit and aim just on the left side of it. Try and get my nose to hit the left side of it. This is what I'm aiming for when I'm driving the map. This isn't 100% consistent. I will warn you. Most of the time my runs fail here because it's very hard getting this consistently. But all you have to do is get this once, get the next trick once, and get the final trick once. So from here, it's just press forward and left, triangular hit your nose right in the center of the reset block. At about a, I don't know, 70 to 80 degree angle. If you do this and hold BF and left the whole way down, you do the perfect spin. I like to counter steer here, just so when I do land, my car remains straight. However, you don't have to, because counter steering actually makes no difference at all, because you've got wet wheels. So if you land here and get over 243 speed, you can make the jump. Right, so we're here in the replay editor, just heading up towards the second jump, and I'm going to show you how to do it. Let's have a quick look at it first to see how it's done in full speed. Easy peasy. Now, if you have better aim than I do, you'll be able to make the jump. So shall we go through it slower? We're heading towards it, and as you can see, we are aiming at this line here. We want to turn left as we hit the wall, as you can see on our inputs at the bottom here. We want to turn left and keep an eye on these inputs here, because what we're going to do is we're going to release left very briefly, just very briefly. This is slowed down by 10 times, and it's still a very small release. And then we hold left for the rest of the way until we get to the top. Once you're off the wall, holding left or right doesn't do anything. Only until later on in the wall ride will counter steering to correct your car's angle for the landing do anything, because you got wet wheels. 2 seconds after you get wet wheels, you can start counter steering and stuff again. So that only happens around this point anyway. And then you can land it. And if you got better aim than me, you can make the jump. That's all it is. So if we want to watch it in full speed here, just keep an eye on the inputs at the bottom. Quick left release, and then you make it. It's much simpler than the world record strategy, because that's very difficult. And yeah, that's that. One thing to note, the timing of your release does make a difference. We're on a different replay here, with a slightly different line, but the timing of release is a little bit later. It's only by like half a second, if that. But you can see what happens here. Released a lot later, and we landed on our roof. So the earlier you do the release, the better. You want to be on the wall, obviously, first, but if you release too late, you'll nose down, which is not necessarily what you want. Right, so coming up towards the final jump here. What this is it's a simple jump off of here, bounce off this wall into the finish. Dead simple, kind of lucky. You need to get a little bit lucky for this jump regardless, but the way I'm going to show you here is the most consistent way that I found to do it, and it's very simple to do as well. So we're going to head towards the final wall right here. This was on my world record run. It's not the cleanest of end, I will warn you, but it does do the job. So we're roughly aiming towards finish here, on the initial approach. What we're looking for here is we're trying to bounce off of around about this line here. Realistically, you want to be a little bit more to the right of it. If you bounce too far left, you're going to smash into this sign or this bit of scenery. If you go too far to the right, you're not going to make the jump. So what we want to do is we want to hit about here, somewhere around this block, this light colored block to the line there. Any much further to the left, you probably won't make it. Any much further to the right, you also probably won't make it. So it's about there. That's what we're looking to hit our car onto. It will take a bit of practice to get your eye in perhaps for this, but this is what I'm looking for. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn right as we're exiting the jump. Once we get past this line, we will have no more grip on the road. So we're going to turn right, and then we release it almost immediately after we've exited the road. Your mileage may vary on this. You can hold it for longer and still make it. You can hold it for less and probably still make it too. But what we want is our car rotated towards the right with the right wheel hitting somewhere on this light coloured part of the road. And then we're just going to press forward. That's it. That's all we're going to do. Press forward. Hit the wall. And that's it. You can counter steer, you can brake in the air. It doesn't really do much, but that's all it is. So yeah, that's the tutorial on the simple method of doing things. It's genuinely really easy to do. There's a reason I've beaten it 143 times. And if I'd kept to this consistent strategy, it could possibly be around 200 by now. But I went for the world record, which is a much more inconsistent way of doing it. Should we have a quick look at that as well? You don't need to watch this if you want to just beat the map. But if you want to get a faster time, this is the faster strategy. So the start is exactly the same. We jump into this wall. What we need about here is on the exit here, we need 250 speed or 249 speed. You need that speed because you're going to be doing something different. Instead of turning left here after the release, we release a lot later and then we turn right. Just a little right tap. So our front wheels get over the border, or our front wheels are in front of the road and our back wheels are just creeping over the top of the edge. We can clip our right wheel and then it's just PF into the finish. If you want to get it even faster here, you want to land on your wheels and get into the finish as close to the right as possible. But that's a bit luck of the draw. My final jump was a bit bad. This jump from social was a lot better, as you can see. Yeah, that's it. That's how you beat 423. It's genuinely one of the most learnable maps of the campaign for this Kacky, and beating it isn't too difficult if you know what you're doing. So hopefully that's helped you out, and yeah, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.